The incomparable Roberto Duran of Panama, the brilliant former lightweight champion, most feel the best ever.
Alright, welcome guys. Welcome for this series called Boxing Nostalgia. And for the next episode, probably the next 10 ones, we're gonna focus on Roberto Duran's career as the fight starts now against Joseph Nsubuga. So, as you may know, it's not one of the most famous fights of Roberto's career, and that's the point of this whole series, is that you're not going to see the fight with Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Esteban de Jesus, all those famous ones. We're gonna try to give you a second look about some fights that you may have watched only one time or may never watch, and commentate over them. So this fight happened at 147. It's two fights before the big first fight in Montreal against Sugar Ray Leonard. Roberto Duran fought Carlos Palomino before, like two fights before, and a great performance. Right, it's a great inside fighting masterclass. But the fight led after against Zeferino wasn't very inspiring, so people had no idea what Duran's gonna do at welterweight. Was he gonna be just like in and out until Sugar Ray Leonard became the champ and both start to want to fight each other? So that's how that fight happened. We're looking to how Durán can be consistently good at welterweight, and how he will deal with a strong opponent like Joseph, who, even though was a great athlete and strong, was still very young in his career, in sport career at least. I think he only have 12 fights. And that fight happened in Nevada, in the States, in January 1980. So let's take care of that fight. So far, Roberto Duran is putting good pressure on the fight. He got him on the ropes a couple of times, taking some shots but taking them well, and working on the inside. Ooh, a bit slow on the jab here. So look at, he tried to pull away and counter with the right hand, shifted to get the right hook to the body, and now he's where he wants to be. You know, that's where Roberto always wants to be, especially against long fighter. Slip and counter. Ooh, take a few shots though. But now he's there. Okay, good job by Joseph here. They cut the round a little bit, so there isn't the full round. The rest of the fight is okay, just that one. So yeah, people at the time, it's funny, they were mentioning that he hasn't knocked out or stopped someone in the last 4 fights. And as crazy as it seemed, they were questioning if his power will carry to the weight, which is crazy when you see that for that middleweight. By the time, nobody knew that. So that was one of the questions. And Joseph's face is already a bit busted up, but probably able to take some damage. Alright, so round number 2 is starting right now. So yeah, so just remember, for this series, you're gonna see a lot of fights that you probably heard of it, watch, but there's a few, except if you're like a big crazy Roberto Duran stan, you never watch that much. So I hope you will enjoy the commentary. Nice right to the body. So you got the upper body movement from Durán always. Look at this. It was from 0 to 100 real quick.
Durán a little crazy. He overdoes what he tries to do. Now, Durán is a more exacting type of fighter.
Ooh.
Stay there with him.
Good job. You can see that Joseph is pretty fast, but not nearly as crafty as Roberto. Will see the punch coming from a mile away. I like... Oh, that's not a knockdown, it's a slip. I like Duran's pressure because it's cautious enough so he doesn't get caught by something big, but he still get it done. Good footwork to cut the ring. Left hook, right hook. Oh, good combo by Roberto. Now he's gonna try. He's getting separate. That's probably not what he wanted, but... Oh, big right hand. And you see how he back up right away, and that's why he batters you. You know, like when you talk about Durán, often you talk on hands of stone, of course, talk about how much power he has. And he did knock out cold people, but it's not like he's not the most flashy guy with the knockout. Like he doesn't have like a Mike Tyson, you know, like who just people get floored. It's more like he batter your bones a lot, like a Golovkin. Very ends. Oh, that was sick. Oh, nicely done. So Joseph, even on the back foot, is able to get some punches in, especially the right hand over the left hand of Roberto, but it's still not enough to stop Roberto from moving forward. So let's see. Get the jab in the hooks going on. Trying to manipulate the guard of Joseph Nsubuga. Okay, on the hook from Durán, he left his left arm, but he gets separated again. Yeah, Durán doesn't mind to take those. He blocks most of those anyway, as long as he gets Joseph Nsubuga in those positions. So now he needs to walk here. Oh, good job from Nsubuga, who escaped pretty well. So that's one of the things that people thought that at welterweight people will be strong enough to sometimes just push back Roberto's pressure and escape the ropes where he does so much work. And so far, oh, that was brilliant. Round number 3. And so far, that's what Joseph kind of did. Okay, nice. Great position for Roberto. But look at this.
Don't let him do his thing. Now, one thing we've overlooked, Durán never fought this kind of a style before. This is a unique style that was brought up.
Nice more Roberto to close the distance. Oh, big right hand though. Left hook, right hand, good combo. Joseph ends up back, but he's getting backed up again. Oh, nice uppercut, left hook. Oh, and now Roberto is just going at it. But you see, he's not able to control Nsubuga's body as well as he used to. Look at, and the ref is bucking again. But he got some good punches in for sure. Okay, you see the left arm, or he left it on the Joseph right arm. That's what he always tried to do, so that he can walk on the inside. Oh, that was sick. The slip on the inside and the right hook behind it. Having a lot of success with this. And as soon as he connects with one, there's like 2, 3, 4 behind it. He's working with a lot of combos. Oh, big right hand. Get the underhook, working. Yeah, and Joseph does a pretty good job at defending those. He doesn't do a good job at defending or countering Roberto when he closes the distance, but he does a good job to escape the ropes, even though it starts to be tough now here. Took a big uppercut, get a right hand that stops. Oh, right hand, left hook, left hand again, and now Roberto is walking. Overhook on the left hand, separated again. Don't know about this. Oh, beautiful. Again. Left hook, right hook. Oh, now he kept him here. The left hook, you see what he did? With the left hook, he allowed him to keep him on the ropes, and now he's working hard. Ooh, you don't want to be there, man. Yeah. Beat up time. Come on. Oh, big right hand again. Oh, yeah. Joseph's spirit start to be broke here. Oh, left hook, right hook. You see how he walk well. He's just so good at taking angles from such a close distance. Why do you separate, man? Oh, slip. You see, he slipped and punched the body. So basically, the jab of Joseph, he hasn't landed in like the last 4 or 5 minutes almost. Roberto time it pretty well with the slip and the counter, and use it to close distance. Jab, 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 left hook. That's a tough one for Joseph. He's getting battered. Ooh, another one. Round number 4. Yeah, difficult one for the young stud. We got a good end, but it's not enough. Roberto to take it well. He rolled with the punch so well. And that referee is not doing a good job for Roberto. It doesn't help him, but at least they're here. Oh, he's trying to escape the rope like with flurries, like Sugar Ray will do later in the fights, but it doesn't work. Durán keep him here, pushing back through the ropes. Oh, there we go, he escaped, taking the left way out. But he's back there, look at this, left hook, right hook to the body. It looks like the Philomar Fernandez finish almost, the position were there. The fight we will cover also. Oh, I like this. And now that Roberto time his jab and his counter when he goes distance, and then he took some of the best punch, he just walk him down. And now it's just gonna keep going like this. Oh, big right hand. It's start to be tough for Joseph. And they get separated again. Good head movement by Roberto after the jab. Oh, you see the balance. He feigned the right hand, went for the left hook to the body, but his feet stay in perfect position. It's crazy. It's so good. It's a good performance from Roberto. The first one wasn't all that. But after that, all Durán. Oh, that left hook right hand, he love it when he slip on the inside. That's how he will knock down Davey Moore, who's one of my favorite knockdown of his career. Alright, it's going to be separated again. Let's see what happened here. Oh, you see that movement? Keep pushing back. Yeah, he knows it's going to be separated. We need to start to work. Oh, feint the jab with left hook to the body, right hook, left hook again upstairs, ducked under the hook, pull out, sleep on the inside, get in the clinch, but they get separated. That Pocholle is non-stop, sleep on the outside, right hook, ooh, left hook again, oh, big right hand, left hook behind it, oh, big right hand again, oh, yes, he doesn't know where he is, oh, his body is stiff. My God, Durán. And the question is power. No, it's not alright. Yeah, that's over. God damn, Roberto. So that fight is interesting because he did struggle at first to not to get Joseph to the ropes, but once he was there on the inside, Joseph was strong and crafty enough to escape. And then when they got on the inside, not on the ropes, in the center ring, the ref just broke the action pretty early. So that's kind of a handicap for Roberto, who does normally his best job there. But just through the pressure and timing the jab of Joseph and countering with slip and counter and combos behind it, it kind of broke his spirit and make him back up more than he should have. And then it only took like a good sequence from like 30-40 seconds on number 3 to get close to the end, and finally that's the outside boxing of Roberto winning that fight with that slip and counter. He got a lot of success in those. 67 victory for Roberto Duran, who only lost one at this point to Esteban de Jesus, and he avenged those 2 victories against his brilliant rival. And so, yeah, it was a pretty good showing from Roberto at 147, who stopped that 4 decision streak. Alright, great. So, guys, I will see you for episode number 2, which will be another fight of Roberto Duran that you may or may not have seen. Probably in the 70s, to give you a hint. Look at the knockout before I go, sorry. Okay, slip, turn his shoulder, miss the first one, miss the 2 right hand with the good defense by Joseph, but used that flurry again to get Durán out of him, and that left hook touched good, big right hand, left hook, boom. Yeah, he definitely timed that left hand from Joseph and counter him with the hook. But you can see that actually it's when Joseph started that flurry to get out, to push back Roberto. That Roberto, okay, say it's time to get those combos.